Hey YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to another Blender video from your boy Answer. Today I'm going to be showing you, well, teaching you health systems in the game. So enemy health and even health for yourself. So if your character actually has a health system you want them to use. So I just got this simple thing, this simple system set up, you know. All I have here is a gun I'm quickly made with the empty aiming forward, the same direction the gun is aiming, and it's parented. This is parented to the gun. The gun is parented to the camera. So remember, like Call of Duty, the weapons is set inside of the camera. So I thought I was going to do exactly the same. This guy is just a static object. I just want to make him an actor. Remember that, an actor. Then I'm going to rename this empty mate. This is just if you go shot there, empty and just a single arrow. And then you just rotate it and just parent it to your weapon. Make sure the weapon is aiming forward at first, so Alt R or Alt G, whatever. Just make sure it's aiming forward. So if it's aiming this way, just Alt R. Make sure it's aiming forward. There's a reason for that. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna need is on the camera itself. We're going to need some movement so you can actually just aim. So I'm just going to use a simple mouse sensor. I know it's bugged, but it shouldn't be bugged if you don't have walk sensor, so logic editor. So I'm going to add a mouse, and I'm going to add another mouse sensor, well, actuator on this side. There we go. Then just hook these two up. There we go. Make sure it's set to movement and the true pulse. And this set to look. Now I'm gonna have it look on all directions because I actually want to aim up and down and left and right. So if I go into the game now, I should be able to do this. There's no light in the scene, so I'm gonna have to make light. So first of all, I'm gonna add a floor. There we go, we got a floor. Just something to look at. And let's give the floor some color. So I'm just gonna give it a new material and let's just make the floor brownish red. Now I'm gonna add a light. And I'm just gonna go for a sun lamp. And rotate it. This guy's not on the ground. Okay, now it's on the ground. Now remember, if you make models like this, you want the origin of the model to be at the feet. So if you're not sure, just select the bottom faces and Shift S because it is selected, and then press W and set origin to 3D cursor. Then you can just do this, Alt G, and you will be on the ground. That is something simple I just had to explain, but right now the light is really not where I want it to be. I'm just gonna rotate it like this, just to keep myself, you know, camera is up. I turn off soft shadows. I'm not sure if the contact shadows actually do something. Yeah, you can see it actually does something. Look closely. Okay, so something simple. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna need is, remember, now we can actually move, well, look around, but we cannot shoot. So that's where this baby comes in. I'm gonna rename this as Blitzbomb. Just like that. That's actually supposed to be 1L. Alright, so the next thing we need is, let's say this character. I'm gonna set this to no collision. Or actually I am gonna give it collision, but it's not going to be the sensor. It's not going to, you know, work like it's supposed to, you know. So I'm going to need some extra objects on this. Shift S goes into selector. Shift A, mesh, and I'm just going to use a, I think I can just use a cube, just for now. Okay, this cube is going to determine where you hit the character. So there's going to be a head collider. Now first of all, I am going to need something for this guy, and I'm just going to make him red. Maybe blue. Because there's actually supposed to be another color. Something like that should work. Now I can make him red. So this thing, I'm just going to do Alt 0 real quickly and GZ. Line it up with the head. Make sure it's on the head. Now the more you put in, the more you're going to have to join together. But it's only going to be a sensor that's going to be following around a certain part of the body. So if you have an armature on this guy, that's going to be the head. I can actually just do this real quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and add a normal armature. Actually just a single bone, just like that. Make sure the bone is come on, not the bone, name, armature, viewport, display, names, not names. I want in front. So I'm just going to bring this up to the front view, because it's going to be a lot easier. Piece of shit. Okay, it's gonna be a lot easier just to make this. So it's gonna be easy model. So I've got the pelvis, I've got the chest, I've got the neck, and I've got the head. Then I've got arms, the D, Control M, and that's gonna be turned into this, Control C, keep offset. Now I'm not going to make the bottom arm, and I'm going to make the leg. This is only for demonstration purposes, so I'm not going to be too detailed on the armature. So now I'm just going to make sure everything is inside. I'm just going to have to make this same size. Alright. Okay, so these don't have names, so I'm gonna have to go names, armature, names, rename this right. And then armature symmetrize. Let's got the right, symmetrize, where's symmetrize. Okay, so we got a full armature right now. These guys are supposed to be Control P, keep offset. Okay, so now we got everything. If I go in step, everything should work perfectly. So select your model, select the armature, Control P, and keep offset. Roll with automatic weights. What you can do is with empty groups, then you just need to know the name of your bone. So this is going to be bone 004, so Control C, well, not Control C, Control C, motherfucker. So what you're gonna need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bone groups. So as you can see, we've got vertex groups. This thing has vertex groups, but we don't have. Now let's just do it like this. I'm just gonna do this like this. Control P with empty groups. So if I move this around, nothing is going to happen. That's why we have this now. So vertex groups on the model. Remember, we have this name copied. So tab into the edit mode with the model, control L, and then look for, okay, you actually cannot do that. So I'm just gonna have to see what the name of the bone is. Bone 004L. Come on, you piece of shit. Okay, so I'm gonna select this and just turn that to bone 004L and press assign. So if I do this, now it's gonna work. But this one won't do anything. So I'm gonna start moving some of these around, and I'll be back with you when I'm done with parenting all of these, because the same principle will apply to everything I have here. Yeah, come on, man. Alright, so I'm back. So basically everything now works as it should, except for this guy. So remember, you're gonna have this bone selected. This bone. You're gonna take the sensor and control P and bone. Not bone relative. Bone. There you go. So now I can move this around. So now you're gonna have to do that with basically everything, but this is only going to be a sensor. A sensor. So physics, actually you can leave it as static and make it a ghost, so it doesn't clip into the armature. As for the armature, make sure it's set to no collision. This actually has to be just the actor, and you don't really need any collision for this, because this is going to be controlled by something else. So what you're going to do is, remember, this is your sensor, so this is what's going to send out the message headshot. So what you do is a collision, and let's just call it bullet. So if it collides with anything with the name bullet, make sure it's a true pulse, and add a message. So if it collides with a bullet, remember, you're gonna do this for everything, for the whole body. I'm just going for the headshot, but I can actually do this for the body. So I'm gonna bring this down. Just for now. I'm not gonna do the legs or anything like that, because that's gonna take a while. So again, it's gonna collide with bullet and it's gonna send a message. But before we do that, we need a, let's say it's got a helmet. If it's a helmet, you need 2 shots. If it doesn't have a helmet, it's gonna be a 1-shot kill. So for this one is going to be kill. Alright, come on. Why no? Oh, that's why. Remember, this is case sensitive. And you're gonna get the message. Now I'm just gonna do edit object, and I'm gonna do end object. Just like that. Now remember, it's a message kill, it's a true false, and that's it. Now it's gonna end the object. For this one, it's gonna go ahead and chest. So if you get hit in the chest, let's say it's got armor on, you shoot him in the chest. Don't think about zombies or whatever, because if it gets hit in the chest, it's just going to go into pain and then just keep coming. But for now, chest. So now we need some properties. So actually no, this one, and that's gonna be, look at this, gonna get in my way. Just open up for you guys. So I'm gonna call this E for enemy underscore healt, and make sure it's an integer. 100. Now if it's kill, you're gonna add a property. You're gonna assign, or you can just add, doesn't matter, a property health -100. If it's a chest shot, you're gonna do the same. Remember, you don't need to really need properties for this. Actually, you do need properties. I'm just gonna add a property for both of these because they need something to, you know, fly with. So I'm gonna add another property. Remember, this is supposed to be right here. Now remember, it's a message. We need another message, and this one with the chest. And make sure, I'm just gonna copy this, make sure I'm really going for the, yeah, chest. I'll probably have a capital there. Okay, anyway, so if it collides with the chest, it's gonna take away So remember, this one you want as a sign, because it's going to assign -100 health, and then it's going to end the object. So this one is going to be add health, and then I'm just going to do -50. Okay, now obviously you're gonna need something to tell it, okay, now it's supposed to die now. So you're gonna have a property now on this side, another property sensor. Then you're gonna go less than, and property health, and let's say -1. So it's less than 1, it's gonna send a message. Well, it's going to kill the, it's going to end the object. So basically you're just gonna take this and hook that up to the end object. Okay, so the enemy health system is there. Now for these, remember, you have them as sensors. So I'm gonna call this head, and I'm gonna call this fit. Okay, so now I got the properties. Doesn't matter if it's what. This is supposed to be a capital E. Okay, so now we need a bullet. Now we need to spawn a bullet, but there's one problem. It's not aiming at the center of the screen. That's the first thing we need to solve. Go to your camera, and you need to add your level of details, safe areas. You can see these lines, they're very faint. I don't know if you can see them or not. If you're watching this on an Android device or whatever, I don't know if you can see this, but now you're gonna go ahead and in your safe area, just bring this down. I'm gonna bring this in, and I'm gonna bring this, no, not this one, bring this in. So it's making a proper cross. Then I'm gonna rotate the weapon, and I'm looking at this tip, RZ. Now I cannot see anything except for, you know, so I'm just gonna hide these real quickly. You can just press Alt H. Alright, so Y, gonna Y again, no, X. There we go, it's aiming at the center. Let's try to be precise with this. Okay, so we got it aiming perfectly in the center. Now we need a bullet spawning in, so let's make a bullet. Just a mace, and I'm just gonna use a simple object. What are we gonna fire? I'm gonna fire just a cube. Why not? We're gonna add this property. I think it's like that. Yeah, the capital, as you can see. Alright, this we can do a Boolean or timer, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But this is going to be a static object. But remember, when it fires out, you don't want it to collide with anything else except for, you know. So I'm just going to tap into edit mode, make it a little smaller, and then press H. Make sure you got that main right there as well. Now you want it hidden. You don't want to take it out there, you just want to press H to hide. So now it's hidden from the scene. This guy, if you press the left mouse button, you're gonna go edit object, and you're gonna add in bullet. There you go, bullet. So now it's just gonna spawn in right there. So for bullet spawn, we need bullet right now, the one we're hitting. So for now, I'm just gonna give it some motion, always, and press T, and also a collision. And the collision would be with one of these, but I actually wanted to collide with this. So instead of, you know, giving this no collision, wrong one, I'm just gonna call it and make it sensor, or actually static, and make it ghost, just like that. The bullet will still collide with it. So go back to bullet. First of all, always no. I'm just gonna take this away real quickly. We need motion on this, so T on your keyboard. I know I don't have my screencast keys on. This is pretty much straightforward. Come on, just, oh yeah, it won't work, so you're gonna have to add an end sensor. If it's hidden from the screen, you're gonna have to do it like this. Come on, you piece of shit. My fingers are freezing. And then let's just bring it back real quickly and look at, it's going to be positive Y. I'm gonna make it 10 on positive Y. So when I press play, it's just gonna fly forward, as you can see. So that's maybe 0.10. So when I press play, it's gonna fly forward like that. So let's test it out. There we go. So we can see the bullet going. It's good. Just for now, that's just for testing. Yeah, that's good. So when the bullet collides with a property, and we are going to give it another property, and I'm gonna call it BH for bullet hit, and I'm just gonna give that property to this guy as well, just like that. So the bullet is going to collide with a property BH. Make sure it's a true pulse, and also this one a true pulse. And then it's going to edit object, and it's going to end the object. Just like that. So if you want to see the enemy's health going down, just for testing purposes, I'm going to turn this on. What you need is turn this on, health. There we go. Then go all the way up there to this screen computer thing and turn on debug properties. So when you play the game, you can see up there you got player health. I don't know if you can see that, player health, cube 8 health. Alright, so cool, we got everything we need. Right now I'm gonna hide this. Now I just want to make sure, actually no, I'm gonna press B, make sure the bullet is flying in the right fucking direction. That's what I was afraid of. As you can see, it's flying down. So Alt H, the bullet is flying down. So I'm gonna have to do this 0, and I think it's going to be 1 on the Z axis. So H, let's test it out again. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay, so right now we got the bullet spawning in, but it's spawning in way too big. So there's one way to fix that, and that's Alt 8. 7 edit mode, just bring that back up and just set it down like this. Play. So we can see the bullet, but it's still too big. You can still see the bullet. You can still see it. Okay, so let's play. Now I don't have a crosshair. What's a game without a crosshairs? So I'm gonna make a quick crosshair for you guys. For this, I'm gonna have to do this. Shift A is to select it. Shift A. Make sure I'm just gonna use a plane. RX 90. Move it forward. Scale it down. Make sure it doesn't have any collisions. 7 to edit mode. Control R. Make 2 loop cuts like this. Go to face selection, delete those faces right there. I got a crosshairs, but obviously it's not perfect, so let's just do this. Okay, now let's look at the crosshairs. We need it a little smaller. And let's give it a color. Why not? I think white will be fine, but let's say you want to have like green crosshairs or maybe yellow crosshairs. Okay, so now we need to put. Whoa, what the flying fuck happened there? All this. All this. Okay, that's just weird. That was weird. I don't know why I did that. Okay, but we do have a crosshairs. We have something to aim with. So it's right there in the center of your screen. That's just weird. So now I'm just gonna make it like that. And make sure you select the crosshairs and select your camera, Control P, and object sequence motion. Or just object, sorry. So if I aim, you got the crosshairs. Okay, if I hit it in the body, you can see the bullets aren't really flying the right direction. If I aim at his head. So the crosshairs is not correct. So we need to find a way to get those crosshairs to actually let's just make sure. I'm just gonna bring this time up as well. That's weird. You can see it's flying past his head, not hitting its head. And it's also not colliding with his head. So this is not aiming correctly. We don't have this aiming correctly. So this is where I don't know why it's supposed to work. But anyway, it's probably fine. We don't want that. Let me just think. Maybe do this. Just scroll this down real quick. There we can see it's not aiming correctly. So let's test that out. It's still not shooting correctly. So there's only one sure way to fix this. Object, game, copy logic breaks. And just delete that. Okay, now it's spawning in there, but it's going in the wrong direction, as you can see. There we go. Okay, so it's not colliding for some reason. My mouse over sensor will work, or ray sensor will work, but we need this to actually work. So I think I set this to a sensor. No, it's static. Okay, it's an actor. actor. It is static. Okay, the bullet. Also an actor. Oh, and it needs collision bounds. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we can test it out again. We can shoot. When I shoot him once in the chest, it should only collide once. The health does not go down. Health does not go down. Why it's not working? Okay, let's try to turn off the end object. So I don't know why it's not working. It worked before I actually started this, so there has to be something I'm missing. So there are some bugs every now and then. So I'm just gonna lock everything so it doesn't drop. Now you know what, I don't even need this. This can still be static. You know why the bullet isn't doing any damage? I forgot the most important thing. It's supposed to be a rigid body or a dynamic body. So we don't want it to drop. There we go. Now it's working. So let's play. Look at the house up top. They're up top. I can shoot everywhere I want. Nothing's gonna happen. The bullet, I've got some bullet drop now. I shoot for the body. It goes down to 50. I shoot for the body again. It goes down to 0. And then, so for some reason, taking through it. So what happens? Is we're gonna go less than 0. No, well, actually less than 1. So it play. So 1, 2, it dies. It play. Shoot for that. It dies immediately. So there's your health system. Now you just need to end these objects, spawning objects. So yeah, that's a health system for your basically enemy. But I'm gonna sweeten this up a little bit. So I'm gonna make this enemy shoot random bullets at me. And I'm gonna give myself just a mesh fatigue. And this is going to be a collider. And I'm control P object. And then just give the camera some motion. So keyboard and keyboard. And another keyboard, yeah. So I'm just gonna press A and B. It's only going to go left and right. So this is going to have health. I'm gonna call this healt. And I'm gonna copy this and rename the object I just made. exactly the same. Control V. Now this is only when the player gets hit. I think what happened? Okay, so when the player gets hit, you want this to actually count down. So again, an integer, and make it 100. Now obviously games, takes down your health a lot slower, and then you can regenerate your health. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So I'm gonna do this. At a collision, and it's going to be bullet, make it a triple, and then property, we're gonna add, so let's say for easy you're gonna add like -10 out. So property, player out. There you go. And it's gonna -10. Okay. Now, obviously this bullet, yeah, it's gonna fly up too fast to us. Well, it's fine. We can still stay covered. Okay, so bullet is gonna collide with the bullet. We need something to spawn the bullet from. So I'm just gonna copy. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna copy anything. I'm gonna just do this. Shift S goes to selected, and Shift A mesh. Well, not a mesh, an empty. And I'm just gonna use a plain active. Move it forward so it doesn't collide with the body. I'm gonna parent it to that object. And this is going to basically have a always, it's going to skip about, let's say 63. There we go. And then we're going to have an edit offset. And obviously we're going to add bullet. Now first of all, let's test out how it's shooting the bullets. Is it adding the bullet? Which way is the bullet flying? I don't think it's spawning in the bullet. Now why isn't it spawning in the bullet? Man, you piece of shit. Okay, I'm just gonna make the bullet a little slower. Oh, shoot. I've got a kitty cat here next to me. I almost hit the kitty cat. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, so let's just have a quick look why it's not colliding. Well, not spawning in. Try that. Okay, let's just use a keyboard and spacebar. Just for now. To see if it's actually... You're not even spawning in the bloody bullet. It is spawning in the bullet, but you cannot see the fucking bullet. There you go. You're supposed to see something like this happening, but it's not happening. Okay, so... And I spelled that incorrectly. Maybe I didn't. Okay, so now we got the bullet spawning in, so RX90. And I'm just gonna do an always. And also let's see how that looks. Okay, that's a little too fast. Okay, so now the bullet has to collide with this guy. So there's gonna be player health. When it collides with the bullet, it's gonna take away health. So let's just look at this real quickly. It is not colliding. Remember this static object. Make sure it's a ghost, matter, and give it collision bounds. It's not colliding. Cannot see if it's colliding. Let me come up with guys real quickly. Basically the same. Collision bounds. Static. It's exactly the fucking same. I'm not sure if the bullet is actually hitting me. Now the bullet is going straight through. Okay, so we've got a collision going on, but for some reason it's not doing any damage. You piece of crap. Why aren't you doing any damage? Okay, so we got that, we got the spawn bullet. The bullet is coming out. Just doing a simple motion. Now let's just do this just for now. I'm gonna lock the Z velocity, so I don't get any bullet drop. Okay, so I'm still... Okay, so it actually did collide with me. Let's just have a quick look. So it's adding 10 instead of negative 10. We got... Alright, so now it's actually doing something. Okay, I'm gonna give it some motion. Give myself some motion. Piece of shit. Disconnect. Alright, so the first motion is going to be positive X, not rotation. I'm gonna make it 20 just for now. It's just for testing. Okay, so now you got left and right, so you can actually dodge the bullets. Okay, so now this is without Python, so what we're gonna need to do right now is have a always center, there you go, and we're gonna have a property. We're gonna add And we're gonna add 12. Let's go for positive. Let's go positive 9. Well, not plus 9, just 9. Okay. Okay, so you got that. It's always going to add, but you're gonna need another property on the side. If it's equal to 100, later out, equal to 100, or actually 99, or 101, sorry. You're gonna make this a true pulse. Add another property on the side. Come on, property. And you're gonna assign player health back to 100. Okay, so now I got the regeneration. The regeneration from the bullet head. Cool. But now, when the property player health is less than 1, you actually want to send a message, but for me, I'm gonna edit object and end object. So let's just say this is a player that's dying now. So if I play, you can see it keeps climbing, keeps climbing, keeps climbing for some fucking unknown reason. And this always actually has to be, let's say, every 15 frames. And this property is supposed to let's try greater than, yeah, greater than. Let's see what happens. Now you can see it regenerates way too fast. So this always sensor, let's bring it up every 30 frames. Stay in cover. You sit back. Boom boom. Look at the health. Now I think the regeneration is so too fast. So let's try 41 frames. Let's play. Okay, let's allow myself to die. Boom. Okay, so I'm dead. But I can still shoot, you piece of shit. You thought I was dead. I'm God, my bitch. Okay, so that's how you do a health system. Now, if you actually have a health system like this, what you're gonna need is an overlay. So you got the player. Where's the player? The player box. I'm gonna do this to the camera again, Shift A, and I'm gonna do a mesh, and I'm gonna do a plane. And with a plane, whoa, shit. Okay, wait a minute, X delete. Shift S, because it is selected. Shift A, mesh, and a plane. Okay, or X 90. let's give it the color, make it red, completely red. We're gonna put this over the screen. Now obviously if you have a picture, you know, we can make a quick picture for this. So I'm gonna do this so you can actually see it actually spawning in. So we're gonna go into picture editor, picture. Image picture, no. Oh, wait a minute. So image editor, there we go. I'm gonna get it a new one and I'm gonna call it PHP, player HP. Now 1024 by 1024 will be fine. The color is going to be bright red. Actually no, it's not going to be bright red. We actually want this as a black. We want alpha. Putting the alpha down all the way, just like that. And then okay. So now we got a blank piece we can work with. Alright, so let's go into paint mode. So view, paint. There you go, bring up this. Come on, you piece of shit. There you go. Now I'm gonna need color. Color. Let's make it red. Now this is pretty easy to do. Okay, I'm not even gonna save this picture, but if you're done with the picture, you just go image, save as image. But I'm not gonna save it because this is just a demonstration. I'm not gonna use this. This looks terrible, but I'm just gonna say this is what I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna go back to view, and I'm gonna go back to my logic editor. Now we're gonna need that picture on this. So picture, image picture. There you go. So right now that image is the only one we have, and as you can see it's black and white. So first of all I'm gonna have to go to my shader editor. So this image is going to have alpha. So hook this up. No, actually don't hook it up to the alpha. Which okay, we need this alpha blend. So now it's gonna blend right through. See this. If I bring the alpha down, you will see something like that happening. Cool. So obviously you want this to work with your health system. Before you do anything, make sure this is parented. Well, actually this doesn't have any collision for one. This is the only thing that's not gonna have any collision. No collision whatsoever. No collision. And turn that to the camera until the object. I'm just gonna try and scale it down a little bit. No, not you, the fucking thing. So something like that. You can actually try and match it up with your camera, but that might switch with texture. But what else? Okay, so to animate this with your, your alpha with the, you can see what it did there. You want this behind the weapon in camera view. That's gonna be a lot better. Okay, so you can actually, do that by just going from this. I'm gonna insert. Okay, let's bring this down. Fuck off, this piece of shit. Why won't you allow me to make another screen, piece of crap? Okay, that's how you can actually make new screens. Okay, that's gonna be 3D viewport. This one is gonna be timeline or action help sheet actually. Help sheet and action editor. Go to action editor. There you go. And right here you have the alpha. So go ahead and insert this. Scroll down to 100 and bring the alpha down and insert. So now you've got an animated texture. Perfect. Now you need to get that animation to work with your player. Come on, come on. Oh yeah. This is not actually going to work. Well, I'm not talking about the animation. The animation will work fine. So what do we need? We need a message. Or we need a property. There you go. Actually, the property would be on that side. And this one will also have the PHP, player HP. So we now need a message being sent. If you get hit by the bullet, if you get hit by this bullet, if you get hit by the bullet. Okay. You get it. You see this one. Now this one, we need the collision, this collision. We needed to send a message. Message and subject is going to be hit. Let's just call it hit. And boom, we're sending the message hit. And you actually need to, if you do something like this, you need to send this message to something specific, otherwise, But I'm gonna just copy this, go into my camera view, select this guy, and I'm gonna give it as message message, and it will be actually just tap, and it's gonna assign, well, not a property, it's not gonna assign a property, it's gonna add an action, and that shader action, there you go, and this is going to basically play with a property. So player HP, property player HP, that's going to have a integer 100, okay, so now we actually need to start the animation off at 0. Come on. So I think that's not supposed to be a property, that's supposed to just play. So 100 to 0. So now just playing the animation. So let's try adding it as a property. Not working. It's going to be a frame property. There's actually it has to be a play stop button. Let's just try. This was so much easier in 3.0. So for some reason my texture just went away. That happened. Okay, so the texture is gone. The texture is gone. There has to be a play. There is a tap. And turn off continue, I think. You know what's happening. Just get the message hit and it keeps going. So now I'm gonna need another message on this side. I'm gonna call it region. There you go. Well, actually, not region. PHP. Actually, that's the region because it's actually supposed to be expecting. Oh yeah. I'm on the right track. So basically I can just take all of this, and just copy that to our sensor right here. But that's not going to work as well as We hope. There we go. Let this guy. Then objects, game, the logic bricks. Let's do this one to that one. Object, the logic bricks. There we go. Okay, so now we don't want this as hit. We need that as a message. So we need that one to get the message collision, you know, the collision message bullet. We need that message to be sent to that guy right there. So it's sending the message hit, Control C, go back, we got this guy. Now we don't have this, we got PHP, there we go. We got the subject, head. Yeah, everything should be working. So we don't need a collision, we need a message. And that's gonna be hit. So if it gets the message hit, boom, it goes to message hit, but this is going to be an action. There we go. Their action 100. Right, piece of shit, 100 to 0 to 3. Let's test it out. It might not work, but why not? So that's not displaying the animation. Just need to make sure all of these properties are now okay. So for some reason, let's just put this on. I want to see what's going on. You can see it keeps going down. So that frame property is not working. Look at that property. Okay. There we go. Everything goes down. Everything goes back up. Okay, play. Boom, 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 boom. And for some reason, I think it's not doing way enough damage. It's not doing enough damage. But to get the general idea what's happening here, you get the general idea. That's how you can make like a first-person shooter. You can shoot, you can get hurt. I don't know why the damage doesn't go down as much. So weird, but okay, so that might be, if you select both of these, so it might be this always sensor. That's collision. It's sending the message. It is properly sending the message. So I'm gonna skip 70. Let's try 70. But you have to do that on this side as well, remember, because you got this. Skip 70. Now we're taking a lot of damage. Alright, so we're about to die. Oh crap, we're about to die. Get to cover, boy. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We can shoot back. We can shoot back. Hit him. Boom. Headshot. You're dead. Oh, there you have it. So, the only thing I'm gonna have to show you now, remember I've got this one selected first and then the health bar, the player out. This is the setup. I'm giving you time to look at it. Alright. Now I'm gonna do them one by one. Like this one first. There's the setup again. Okay. And remember, this is important. You have to keep an eye on this as well. And I hope you can read this. Want me to scroll in? So I think that should do it for you guys for now. Now you have something to work with. Hope you like the video. If you like it, good like. If you don't like it, dislike it. You should leave a comment down below what you want to see next. I might be doing Slayer. Yeah, I'm gonna animate Slayer. I actually had to download him again, but still works. But alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Seriously, give me a like on this one, please, 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 I'm begging you. Oh yeah, if my voice sounds a little weird, because I've got this weird USB sound card plugged in and it's making a lot of static. I tried to fix that on OBS, but apparently it doesn't work that well. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and have a wonderful day.